Welcome back to Golfunity, the most popular golf infotainment podcast in town. It's your favorite duo here, ready for episode 8, diving deep into the wild world of golf.
That's right. Ready to get into it.
We're not holding back today, folks. We're tackling the spicy takes, the unbelievable swings, and the drama you didn't see coming. Get ready to have your golf world rocked.
And with Augusta just around the corner, the golf scene is hotter than a freshly pulled drive.
Totally. We've got all the juicy details from the past few weeks and, well, a look ahead that'll make your jaw drop. Let's start with this Asian swing. It's been quite something.
Absolutely. What's fascinating straight off the bat is just the sheer geographical leap these players are making, you know?
Yeah.
We're talking hopping from, like, the humidity of Singapore to the bustling intensity of India.
Right.
That's not just a change in scenery, it's a complete sensory overhaul. How do you even begin to adjust your game, let alone your body clock, with that kind of shift?
No kidding. It's like going from a perfectly manicured putting green to, I don't know, navigating Delhi traffic and then trying to sink a 15-footer.
Exactly.
And amidst all that, we saw some serious breakthroughs. Richard Mansell's win in Singapore, 103 starts. You got to admire that kind of resilience.
Oh, definitely.
That final birdie must have felt like the weight of the world lifting off his shoulders.
Yeah, it speaks volumes about the mental fortitude required at this level, you know, to keep grinding for that long and then finally break through, especially with the pressure of the final hole. Well, that's the kind of story that sticks with you.
For sure.
And then you had Eugenio Chacarra in India. Not just a win, but securing his full DP World Tour card. That's immediate validation.
Talk about seizing the moment. That's the kind of win that can completely change a career trajectory. And these Asian swing isn't hitting the brakes just yet, right?
Yep. We've got a China doubleheader lineup right after the Masters.
You're ready for some home crowd energy then?
Exactly. First up, the Volvo China Open in Shanghai. Adrian Otaegui is the defending champ. But you know, the local heroes, Hao Tong Li and Winnie Ding, they'll be feeling that extra surge of adrenaline playing in front of their fans.
Oh, yeah.
The expectations will be sky high.
You can bet on it. The pressure to perform at home can either elevate your game or, well, absolutely crush you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's straight to the inaugural Hainan Classic, a brand new event that throws a whole different dynamic into the mix.
Yeah, no course history for anyone. It's a complete level playing field, in theory at least.
Right.
Which means strategy and adaptability will be key. Players who can quickly get a feel for the course and, you know, adjust their game plans on the fly will have a real advantage. What's intriguing here is the incentive structure of the Asian swing. It's not just about individual tournament wins.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me. What are the real prizes lurking beneath the surface?
Well, the top dog in the Asian swing rankings snags entry into all the back 9 events later in the season. Those are the really high-stakes tournaments. Plus, a cool $200,000 bonus.
Okay, that's serious. Serious chunk of change and access to some crucial events.
Yep.
But hold up, there's even more on the line, right? Like paths to some of the biggest stages.
Precisely. The top 3 in the Asian swing rankings currently, that's Nakajima, Chacarra, and Mansell, earn coveted spots in the U.S. PGA Championship.
Wow, a major championship spot.
Yeah, earned directly through their performance in these events. And for the highest-ranked player who isn't already exempt, there's a golden ticket to the Genesis Scottish Open.
A massive Rolex Series event, huge field.
Exactly. So these aren't just some, you know, far-flung tournaments that don't really matter in the grand scheme. They're legitimate pathways.
Yeah, it completely reframed how you look at these weeks.
Absolutely. And when you look at the current top 10 in the Asian swing rankings, Nakajima leading, then Chacarra, Mansell, Sadier, Luten, Dantorp, McKibben, Armitage, Jordan, and Stone, you see a real mix. Established players, guys hungry to climb the ranks.
Right.
With 2 events still to play, anyone in that top group, and even some just outside, could make a significant move.
It's like a mini season within the season, with its own high-stakes leaderboard. And all those Race to Dubai points they're racking up, they all feed into the overall season-long race, right?
Exactly. So a strong showing here can set someone up for a fantastic year.
Okay, so let's drill down a bit into that Hero Indian Open win for Chacarra. Sounds like he had to really dig deep on that final day.
Yeah, no kidding. He started the final round with a 1-shot lead, but it sounds like the conditions were just brutal. Windy, making life difficult out there. DLF Golf and Country Club wasn't giving up easy birdies. And his final round of 73, well, it wasn't pretty, those early bogeys on the front 9. But the resilience to steady the ship and then snag that birdie on the 15th that shows real composure under pressure.
Yeah, that's the mark of a player who knows how to win even when they're not at their absolute best.
Meanwhile, Keita Nakajima, who was right there with him, tied for the lead after 2 rounds.
Yeah.
He had a tough Sunday.
Uh-oh.
That bogey on 15 and then missing par on 17, those are the kind of slip-ups that can cost you, especially when it's that tight. And, Brandon Stone quietly put together a fantastic final round, a 71, one of the low rounds of the day, ended up just 1 shot back.
Wow. Shows how crucial it is to stay in the hunt, right?
Right.
On a tough day, anyone in contention has a shot if they can put together a solid score.
Definitely. Shakar himself pointed to the course's difficulty and credited his strong ball striking. On a course that tough, keeping the ball in play, hitting your targets, it's absolutely paramount.
It really underscores that even in modern golf, with all the power, precision, and control, are still fundamental.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, now let's shift gears and look stateside. Valero Texas Open. The Masters countdown is officially on.
You said it. The last dance before Augusta. The last chance saloon for anyone who hasn't already got their golden ticket. The pressure here is going to be absolutely immense. You can feel it.
And the field reflects that urgency. You've got some big names teeing it up. Ludwig Oberg, Tommy Fleetwood, Corey Connors, a 2-time winner here.
He loves this place.
He really does. Patrick Cantlay making his debut, Hideki Matsuyama, Jordan Spieth, who won in 2021. It's a seriously competitive field.
And let's not forget the defending champ, Akshay Bhatia. His playoff win last year against Andy McCarthy was, well, a thriller.
Oh, it was incredible.
They absolutely torched the course, matching the tournament scoring record, and McCarthy's comeback. 7 birdies in a row. Just mind-blowing. Talk about drama.
It really was a finish that had everything. TPC San Antonio's Oaks course is such a demanding test. It's all about hitting fairways and greens. Those par 5s in particular can be real risk-reward holes, and you always have to factor in the wind. It can turn a good shot into a bad one in an instant.
Yeah, there are a few guys who seem to have a real affinity for this place, right? Some consistent performers over the years.
Absolutely. Corey Connors' record is incredible. 2 wins, never missed a cut. Charlie Hoffman is the all-time money leader here, string of high finishes.
Hoffman always seems to pop up here.
He does. Jordan Spieth obviously has that win and other strong showings. Matt Kuchar had a great run before missing the cut last year, and Gary Woodland's been playing well recently. These guys know how to navigate this course.
It's interesting that they've increased the field size this year. Just shows how significant this tournament has become, especially with that Masters invite hanging in the balance.
Yeah, that's the ultimate prize for those on the outside looking in at Augusta. 1 week can change everything. The intensity for those players must be off the charts.
Totally. And looking at last year's stats, it really highlights how tough the course plays. Low percentages of fairways and greens in regulation. That tells you scrambling and saving par is going to be crucial.
No margin for error.
Can't afford to be spraying it around out there.
Nope. And with the forecast calling for potential strong winds, players will need to be incredibly strategic and have great control over their ball flight. Power alone won't get it done.
We've also seen some interesting sponsor exemptions this year. Ben James, Preston Summerhays, Martin Laird, Jimmy Walker, even Ryder Cup captain Zach Johnson. A real mix.
Yeah, it adds another layer to the storylines. And then you've got the Aon Swing 5 and Aon Next 10 standings. Implications for qualifying for the RBC Heritage. Guys like Minwoo Lee and Gary Woodland have made moves recently, so this week is crucial for them too.
Right. Every shot has consequences. And even without a win lately, Scottie Scheffler has moved into the Comcast Business Tour top 10. Just shows his consistent high level of play.
He's always in the mix. The Oaks course itself is a beast, almost 7,500 yards, par 72. It really tests every aspect of a player's game.
It's seen some low rounds, though, which proves it's scoreable if you're on your game.
Yeah.
Tommy Armour III's 254 at La Cantera is still the record, but the TPC San Antonio mark is 268. Shared by some impressive names.
And Tremel and X is 62 is the low round there. Those low numbers show opportunities are there, but you have to execute flawlessly.
Can't forget the drama of last year's finish with Bhatia's playoff win, the clutch putts, the injury scare.
And that watery ending for McCarthy. Golf can be brutal.
Pure theater. If you want to catch all the action this week, it's all over Golf Channel and NBC Peacock. PGA Tour Live on ESPN Plus will have you covered. You can tune in on PGA Tour Radio. No excuses.
All right, now let's pivot. The event that's on everyone's mind, the Masters tournament. It's just around the corner.
April 10th to 13th, Augusta National. The Masters. Need I say more? It's the pinnacle.
And with that smaller, more exclusive field, just 96 players, every single shot takes on even greater significance. And like we said, the winner at Valero, if not already qualified, gets that final coveted invitation. Talk about pressure.
Seriously, the format is the classic 72-hole stroke play, cut after 36 holes top 50, and ties make the weekend. And if we get a tie, sudden death.
Yeah.
18th and 10th, iconic.
And Scottie Scheffler will be there to defend his green jacket. He's aiming for his third Masters win in 4 years. That's a dominant run. Puts him in truly elite company.
Then you've got Rory McIlroy, still chasing that elusive career Grand Slam, the weight of expectation on him every year at Augusta. It's immense. Will this finally be his year?
It's the storyline that never gets old, right? We'll also see some DP World Tour members making their Masters debuts, which is always exciting.
Yeah, always cool to see new faces there.
Sadly, Tiger Woods will be absent, recovering from surgery, and it'll be Bernhard Langer's final competitive appearance at the Masters. A legend bowing out on the grandest stage.
End of an era. The par 3 contest on Wednesday is always fun, though.
Yeah.
Fit a lighthearted tradition before the serious stuff.
Definitely. And the Champions Dinner, Scottie Scheffler gets to pick the menu again. Wonder what he'll choose this time.
I'm already sticking with some familiar favorites. Cheeseburger sliders again.
Could be. And for the international guys, there are significant Race to Dubai and Ryder Cup points on offer. Adds another layer.
And we can't talk Masters without mentioning Amen Corner. That iconic stretch. It's defined so many Masters moments.
Absolutely. And for folks listening in the UK, Sky Sports will have all the coverage, plus the official Masters website.
Good to know. Heard Robert MacIntyre is particularly pumped to be heading back to Augusta after a couple years away.
Yeah, he feels much better equipped now, with his PGA Tour experience, those wins under his belt. He's shown he can play well there before and has been picking the brains of past champions.
Smart move.
Yeah.
That kind of prep can be invaluable. It was fascinating watching the scramble for those final Masters spots after Houston, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Guys like Ricky Fowler, Jake Knapp, Siwoo Kim, right on the bubble. Michael Kim managed to sneak into the top 50, secured his spot.
Huge for him.
Massive. But Ben Griffin just missed out, now needs that win at Valero. Their social media exchange really showed the raw emotion involved.
You can't script that kind of drama. It highlights just how much is riding on every single tournament leading up to the Masters.
Totally. And Minwoo Lee's win in Houston was massive for him, his first PGA Tour victory. FedEx Cup points, prize money, exemptions, finishing ahead of Scheffler and Woodland. Huge confidence boost heading into Augusta.
Definitely. Speaking of Scheffler and McIlroy, their strong showings in Houston just reinforced their status as two of the guys to watch. Even with Rory battling that elbow issue, he still put together a great final round.
Yeah, that grit and determination is exactly what you need at Augusta. It'll be interesting to see how that elbow holds up. Statistically, McIlroy's improved putting has been a big talking point.
Sure.
And Colin Morikawa's incredible iron play could make him a real threat. You could almost see a big three emerging, maybe. McIlroy, Scheffler, Morikawa, all playing at such a high level.
Interesting thought. Justin Thomas's improved putting is also a positive sign for him. Xander Schauffele will be hoping to get his driving back on track.
And it is kind of surprising that Scheffler hasn't sealed a win yet this year, given how consistently well he's playing, just hasn't quite finished off.
It feels inevitable, though, right? And who could forget Tiger's little April Fool's Day prank about playing in the Masters? He definitely got a few pulses racing there.
He did. You knew it was a joke, but a tiny part of you still hoped.
That's the Tiger effect, right? Even when he's not competing, he's dominating the conversation.
Always.
Well, there you have it, golf fanatics. We've plunged into the wild world of golf, from the heat of the Asian swing to the pressure cooker of the Valero Texas Open and the looming mystique of the Masters.
Quite the journey.
Are we on the verge of witnessing a Cinderella story at Valero leading to a green jacket? Can Rory finally conquer Augusta? And was Tiger's April Fool's joke just a little too cruel? Let us know your fiery opinions.
Yeah, hit us up.
Keep the debate raging over on our socials. We want to hear your bold predictions and unfiltered takes. And if you're craving more of this no-holds-barred golf chat, make sure you're subscribed to Golfunity, the most popular golf infotainment podcast in town.
That's the one.
Don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss a single swing of Episode 9, where we'll be dissecting every single moment of Masters madness. Follow us on all the platforms. Let's keep the controversy brewing.
Can't wait for that one.
Next time on Golfunity, we'll be breaking down every shot, every blunder, and every unbelievable moment from the Masters. Trust us, you won't want to miss it.